on my way now. I'm on my way now. I'm on my way now.
Hello everyone and welcome to the channel. If you happen to be new around here, my name is Trevor and this is Anna. We are the Delightful Travelers. Make sure to hit the subscribe button to follow along on our Dominican Republic adventures.
You might notice that we have actually left Cabarete. We are in a new area that we've never been to before. We're basically outside of the city of Puerto Plata in a little area called El Pueblito. Really excited to explore. So if you are coming to Puerto Plata, there's a good chance that you're going to end up somewhere in this area. We're directly between Costa Dorada and Playa Dorada, which are two of the most popular tourist areas in all of the city. So here we're kind of like in the center, in the middle of the two of them. A very interesting area. It's not exactly what I expected.
I want to show you guys this. So right where we're standing, you kind of have this lagoon. Now you'll see the beach off in the distance. Of course we're taking them there, but there's also ducks and chickens.
There's ducks and chickens all around, yeah.
Let's walk over and see this, you guys. Looks like there's kind of like a little feeding ground. So you got, a few ducks. The chickens all left. And you got like little tourist shops here as well. So this area came highly recommended by you guys. So we're pretty excited to kind of check the whole thing out today. I am a little surprised. This is a bit more rustic than I thought. You got people working on stuff here, but some of the shops, clearly I have a hunch these change in and out very quickly, but you'll see like clothing and lots of different colors, so that's really neat. There's one of the chickens. So there's lots of these guys walking around, but now you're gonna see some of the artwork, so this is kind of interesting. But yeah, some vacant shops as well, huh?
Yeah, I don't know quite, like, I'd love to know a little bit of the history on this place. Like, how old is it? How long has it been like a really tourist destination? It's kind of like set up in like a grid-like area, and then there's like two big long, I don't even know what to call them, like almost like warehouses, but then they have little individual stores in them.
Yeah, no shortage of souvenir shopping for sure. And we'll just take you guys this way. So you got people with Larimar there. And you got people getting their hair braided as well, so that's kind of cool. But it is, look at all like the different kind of artwork. One thing I'm surprised about though, it's quiet, huh?
It is, but we did actually arrive here yesterday afternoon. It was a Sunday, so today is Monday. Sundays, as you guys might know if you've ever been to the Dominican Republic, are quite active days. Like, it's the day that most Dominicans have off, so they all come to the beach, they all like come out in families and droves of people. So yesterday it was really, really loud and really, really busy here, and then of course Monday morning, not so busy.
What's kind of neat about this area is there's lots of apartments close by. So if you look up here, you'll see some units. Now we are staying here, so we'll take you to our place after we show you the beach, because I know you guys want to see the beach as well. But you can see another place, I think right there. There are some restaurants. We're just kind of like feet on the ground for the first time here, but there are little bars. Could try one of those later. But yeah, the beach is this way. Well, all right. This is way nicer than I thought it was going to be. It's actually more turquoise than I thought it was going to be. Now here's the thing, you guys know we spend a lot of time in Cabarete. That's only about an hour from here, but I would say this is a little bit calmer and maybe a touch more turquoise at the moment. Anyway, but how about the boat? How picturesque is this? But one thing I like about this is the sand is like really, really pillowy. Now it's not the white sand. I know some of you watch and say, it has to be white sand. It doesn't have to be white sand. It's just like a light shade of brown. But also the beach goes super far in both directions, so we got a lot to explore here.
So first off, I have to say how impressed I am at how wide this beach is. There's like a lot of space here, so I don't think you'd ever feel like super crowded in. And there's also some like empty areas, so if you just wanted to come down by yourself with like a beach chair or a blanket, a cooler, there's space for that as well, but I'm pretty sure you can rent some chairs behind us. The area we're in is more of like the public beach area. I mean, all beaches in the Dominican Republic are public, but here there's no major like resorts or anything right around us. I think there's some restaurants and some hotels and little apartments and stuff around here, but most of the all-inclusives are in that direction and back in that direction. So here's the place to come if you're not staying at one of them.
So one thing we're going to do today is just naturally compare, or try to anyway, Punta Cana to Puerto Plata. So they are the two spots that most people vacation at, that's for sure. But Punta Cana is definitely, well, the hot spot these days. Everybody goes to Punta Cana that comes to the DR, especially when it's the first time. But this used to be the place.
Yeah, we were told, like, the history of this place is that this city, well, not necessarily the city, but this area as a tourist area goes back a lot farther than Punta Cana, and more recent, probably in the last 20 years, they started really developing Punta Cana and turning that into what it is now, which is like, you know, one of the most popular tourist destinations in all of the Caribbean, in all of the world, really, and in a form of argument, you know, if you want to say one of the most popular beaches. So if we're gonna compare beaches, maybe that's something to talk about.
So there's no question this beach is not nearly as nice as Bavaro Beach. Punta Cana, the beautiful white sand, the turquoise water, but hey, it's not like this beach isn't nice. That's what's interesting. So for me, because there's so many less tourists here, I find this a little more appealing. When you go to Punta Cana, I mean, it can be jam-packed, and that beach is long and it feels jam-packed everywhere you go. Here it's not so bad. You kind of get it a little more to yourself.
If you do want to do some water activities, I see some people out there in a banana boat having a great time, so you can do stuff like that. But I do kind of appreciate that the whole bay area isn't just full of boats. So I guess one thing about Bavaro is that there are sections that are all boats, they're all excursions, so, and there's always people coming at you trying to sell you things. So far, no one has come up to us. Very interesting.
I think it's because of the camera.
Maybe, but I haven't even seen anybody kind of lurking, trying to get to us while we've been here on the beach. So we'll see if that happens. Maybe we'll go to another spot and someone will be trying to sell us something, but right now, it hasn't happened.
Just walking up past all the beach chairs. There's quite a few people here for Monday. Over this way, you got some restaurants. Looks like it, huh?
Yeah, so I appreciate there's a few little restaurants along here, and they do have some tables and chairs in the sand. I love that. You guys might know that we live in Cabarete most of the year for a good like 6 to 8 months, and one of our favorite things about the beach there is that there's just tons of beach restaurants that you can just literally put your feet in the sand and do the same thing here.
But there are some people around. You got a mix of Dominicans, and you got some lots of tourists as well. This is pretty cool. There's no shortage of clothing shopping. Like, look at this. Like, everywhere you go here, there's so much clothing. And then this way, look at that. There's like, this is pretty beautiful.
Yeah, it's nice.
All right, well, a flag has caught our eye here. I'm curious how many of you watching know what that flag is. Well, it's definitely not the Dominican flag. Do you know what it is?
It is. It's actually the Quebec flag. It might be maybe a strange one for you guys to see down here, but we did hear that this area attracts a lot of people from Quebec, oddly enough. I'm not sure why they all seem to congregate in this area. There's lots, I mean, we see lots in Cabarete, and there's tons of them in like Los Terranes, but this is what we're told anyway. But there's a restaurant here that's owned by a French-Canadian.
So being from Canada, it's not something we seek out like Canadian food. I mean, it's just like American food. However, in Quebec, in the province of Quebec, there are a few dishes that are very unique, and we're going to see if there's one here. Welcome to Le Petit Francois. This place is an adorable looking beach restaurant, but the reason we're here is because of this guy. This is good old-fashioned Canadian poutine. What is this? Well, it looks like French fries and gravy, but there's a secret weapon in here. It's the cheese on top. We will get into that. I cannot believe we are finding this here on this beach.
So the cheese itself is a cheese curd. They're really, really interesting, like almost like mozzarella type cheese, but always has a little bit of squeakiness to it. And we did ask one of the people that work here that is from Quebec. He said it's the hardest thing to replicate. I think it's probably just the milk and everything here is a little bit different, so it's hard to replicate. He said it might not be exactly the same as it is at home in Canada, in Quebec, but they make their own fries and they make their own gravy here, so I think it's gonna be good. All right, let's try to get a little bit of everything on my fork here. And yes, I'm using a fork because poutine can get really, really messy. I would highly suggest using a utensil in order to eat it, or else your hands are going to get super wet, super gravy-y, but let's try it. So yes, we'll immediately confirm that the cheese is not exactly the way you would get it at home or in Quebec by any means. It's a little bit soft, and it definitely does not have the squeakiness that you normally get with a cheese curd, but still tastes delicious. And I have to say, the gravy itself is absolutely fantastic. I have not had anything like this down in the Dominican Republic before, I don't believe. There's a really nice flavor to the gravy. I can see how they make it in-house. I'd be curious how they do it.
Anna has got me really excited about this. One thing we didn't say, and we know this for sure even before I tried this French fry, they're hand-cut potato fries. That is really hard to find here. I think it's just to do with the potatoes in general in the DR. You don't find a lot of like homemade fries. Usually they're frozen fries, unfortunately. So today, well, it's gonna be a treat. Let's go for this big old bite. Whoa. That is absolutely delicious and such a little taste of home. Now, I know on the channel before we've had poutine, but definitely, I don't think in the Caribbean. Wait, no, maybe in Los Terranes we did once. So we only have poutine, I'd say maybe once a year, maybe once every 2 years. But when you see it on the menu in the Dominican Republic, you just have to go for it. Like Anna said, the cheese isn't exactly the same, but it's still really good. It's kind of big, kind of chunky, and a little bit squeaky. I'm just glad we found this today. Well, lunch was really good. Like we said, a bit surprising to find poutine on the beach. But now, right behind that restaurant, we're back in the little, I can't call it a town or village, I guess the little section where we're staying.
Funny enough, sorry, I'm going to interrupt. One thing I was reading about this place, it's called El Pueblito, means little town. So you're kind of on the right track.
Yeah, like the thing is though, a lot of this stuff is under construction. This looks like it's supposed to be, I guess, a square of some sort, but there's no one at this part. Of course, everyone's on the beach.
Yeah,
but
and then there's cute little like colonial places that look like they could be in the middle of the downtown part of Puerto Plata, but it's just like, I guess they purposely built it to look like this. It's really cute.
now we're curious if any of you guys watching that come here more than us, like, was this built with the idea that people would come and like rent from it eventually, or was this like here and then it was kind of, I don't know, destroyed or dilapidated and now it's coming back up? Like, look at this building in front of me. Like, this building looks like it's really old. It's got a really cool roof, but yeah, it's hard to know what the heck this is.
I know, if you just plopped me down here and then didn't tell me where I was, I would literally have no idea.
Yeah, like look at this, where Anna's at right now. It's like you can see the kind of, what do you call this, I guess?
Like
Cathedral?
gazebo? Kind of? Yeah. Yeah.
Well, welcome to our place. We want to show you guys where we're staying, right in the little village. I guess I'm just going to go with village right now. We're on the patio. We actually got a pretty good view from our patio. I mean, the beach looks far away there, but it is there. Now down here, you guys will see, that's the road, or like one of those alleys. So we're right in the middle of everything. Anna's over here. What are you doing?
I'm about to wash my feet. When I got the instructions for the Airbnb, there's apparently somewhere downstairs where you can wash your feet, but this is great. It's just out on our patio. It's
Yeah,
a little, little area.
You got to get the sand off, right?
Yeah. No sand inside.
The patio here has this cool little bar, so we could like take our laptops out. There's some chairs. Now Anna just opened things up. This is the inside of our place.
This is inside. Yeah, I love the outdoor space. It's actually, this isn't a huge apartment, but for the size of the apartment, the patio is really big. This is our living room area. Come on in.
That's pretty big. I mean, it's not a super large apartment. It might look like it on the camera, but yeah, we got a little couch. Kind of has the, it's like, what, love seat size, would you say?
Yeah, like, but a sectional, but a small sectional. You have a TV up there, but kind of in an awkward spot. We're not going to be watching TV anyway, so I don't really care. But then over here we have a kitchen, a big table area. It's actually a really nice kitchen. Good size.
Good finishings.
Yeah.
There are 2 rooms.
But I was going to say, you might be wondering where the fridge is. It's over here. But you'd think would be weird, but I actually don't mind it at all. And then in here they have like so many things. There was like coffee maker, blender, there is an air fryer, there's a panini maker. I love hosts that like think of that stuff and really well equip a kitchen. I like that. You have 1 bedroom in here. Excuse the mess, we're just using it for storage basically, but it's got 2 single beds.
Yeah, there's AC units in all of the rooms here. I'll take you guys this way so you can see some of the finishings here. Kind of nice, nice faucet. Here's one of the bathrooms. They're about the same size. Little tight, but it'll do the trick. So we'll take you guys into the main bedroom here. So you can see it's a small kind of queen size, I would say. It's still totally fine, but again, it looks bigger, I think, on camera. You got nice blinds, nice finishings. Then if we go this way, yeah, you got the bathroom, kind of the same as the other one.
As always, I'll leave a link in the description if you are interested in staying here. It was about $85 US per night. I imagine it gets cheaper if you were staying longer, but obviously we're only here for a couple of nights. Word of warning, can be a little bit loud here. Yesterday, as I said, it was Sunday when we got here, so there was tons of activity, lots of music and stuff, but it seemed to stop pretty early in the night. It was pretty quiet throughout the night, and then it started around 9 a.m. or so. Right now, it's actually pretty quiet outside, though.
Well, it's now a little bit later, and we thought we'd kind of walk up the beach. Now we're at the official part, Playa Dorada, huh?
Yeah, I think this is officially Playa Dorada. We are in front of a whole bunch of different all-inclusive hotels. There's one there called Emotions, I see. I don't know what else is here.
Just to compare it though, back to Punta Cana, right? Like, this is way different. It's hard to say, is Puerto Plata better than Punta Cana?
Definitely quieter.
Definitely quieter. I think a lot of you watching might say, I think it's better because of that. The beach here, even at this time of day, it's closer to 4 o'clock, it still looks gorgeous. The sun's lower.
Yeah, and again, like comparing it to Punta Cana, we've done a couple all-inclusives, but we've done a few times trying to come down to the beach and seeing if we can find beach clubs. So far, I would say the area we were just in, El Pueblito? No, El Pueblito, is that what it's called?
I think that's it.
Yes. Seems to be the more area that you can go to rent chairs. Up here, so far at least, seems to be more resorts. So I don't know if you could actually come right here and actually sit down and like find a bar and stuff.
Not find a bar. All beaches are public though, so you can definitely come up here and plop your chair down. But look at this. I'll show you guys as we just walk here. Like, it's really, really nice. Like, the scenery is gorgeous.
It is really nice. The beach is lovely. I noticed there was a little bit of seaweed a little farther back, but here they've cleaned it all up, so it's nice and clean, and the water looks lovely.
Yeah, this is the kind of water that I like. But yeah, you got some nice blue umbrellas up there. Definitely in resort land, but yeah, you guys, this is gorgeous.
Yeah.
We just got to the end here. Gorgeous, absolutely gorgeous views. This seems to be like a little kind of boardwalky. Yeah, it's nice. Got a rail, beach behind you.
Yeah, this is so nice. You can kind of see back where we came. We were way over there. I'm sure you guys can't even see it through the camera, but we were way, way back over there, and now we've walked all the way along the beach. You can see the mountain in the background. It's really, really nice. This is maybe my favorite part of the beach, and there's something going in here. I would say it's new. It's all blocked off at the moment, but I even see like curtains and stuff in the windows. I'm very confused about what this is.
Yeah, is this new? I mean, you guys can tell us. We don't know what this is yet, but I don't see people floating around. I see construction workers here.
But I'm assuming this is maybe part of this complex, whatever this is.
We absolutely love when stuff like this happens. Like, someone just told us that watches us, they said, you can just keep walking this direction and there's gonna be like another beach. But then when we were on our way here, we saw this kind of, I guess, walkway, and we thought, uh-oh, are we gonna be able to get by? Because you can't cut through some of the resorts here. And turns out you can walk here, and this is just gorgeous. You can see the ocean here. You got these gorgeous, absolutely gorgeous trees kind of this way, just right above you, everywhere you're looking. But yeah, you guys, look at this. Check this out. Every time we walk around a corner, we're just kind of hit with a new surprise here.
Yeah, now I actually wish we had more time here. Our Airbnb actually had some beach chairs and I think a little umbrella. I would totally come right here, set up. Look at this. It's like a little cove almost.
It's a cove, so the water's even calmer, you guys. Like, check that out. Man, how inviting is this? And then we just walk this way. Like, you can see how low the sun is. You can see my shadow. There's people around up here. Whoa, there's some rock formations. Of course, we have to check out what the heck this is. There's like rock formations everywhere.
It's so funny. There's like clearly an area where all the rocks pile up and everyone's come over and like made little formations out of them.
Yeah, here, I'll show you guys. Walk this way. I gotta watch my step, but yeah, there's all kinds of stuff like this. Yeah, you can see all the rocks. This is all the things that you don't expect to find in the DR. Obviously man-made, but it's kind of neat.
It's super neat. The coastline here is actually super interesting and not at all what I expected. I just thought maybe it might be like a long, straight beach, but it kind of winds in and out. You get little points along the way, which reminds me a little bit of Los Terranas. When you make your way outside of town and you start exploring the beaches there, they just go on and on and on, and they make all these little points. I mean, the water there is a little bit like calmer and clearer, but it's pretty nice here too.
Yeah, this is quite something, you guys. I'm just gonna let the camera kind of roll here. This is much more peaceful or serene than I thought it was gonna be.
And still that complex is on the other side of us. I'm very curious what this is, because literally somebody, I don't know if people live here or not, but at some point I'm assuming someone will, and they're gonna have literally a beach view right there. So nice. We went from totally beautiful to really, really gross. If you guys have watched a lot of our past videos, you've probably heard us talk about the garbage issue here in the Dominican Republic. A lot of times it's not on full display. You might just see it on the side of the road or wherever, like just in kind of random little spots, but it's so sad when it washes up on shore, and this is one of the worst I've ever seen. It's really bad.
This is not cool, you guys.
Yeah.
I wish there was a way we could all fix this. I mean, there's just so much garbage on the beach here. Like, as I walk, you know, look at all this. I mean, it's absolutely everywhere. And yeah, we went from like pure beautiful to a little, I don't know, a little section of garbage.
Yeah, but a lot of garbage. Like, this is not something you normally see. Thankfully, this is not something you normally see, but it's just funny how there's one section here that's just completely covered in it. You can see it in the water, so I'm guessing it's been brought in from the water, so garbage must have been dumped somewhere and then now it's just coming in. It's really sad.
Well, we just found a little beach restaurant called Playa Riviera, and we thought we would take a little break from our walk. That took about 45 minutes, give or take. So yeah, it's time to put our feet up and have a Presidente. Notice I'm still saying it right. Also, notice the lime. Oh wait, it's Presidente Light. You guys heard me say this. Did any of you do this yet? Have you tried a lime and a Presidente Light? I'm trying to, let's say, trademark it. We're gonna call it a Dominican Corona. Dominicans, don't get mad. This is a compliment. Coronas are good beer. I find with the Presidente Light, it actually tastes a little bit better, but I wouldn't put it in a normal Presidente. It kind of ruins the flavor. But hey, I thought I'd also show you guys, we're not getting any more food here, but talk about some of the prices. So it might be, at least this place, a little bit on par with Punta Cana. We've been comparing the two a lot today, but some of the food prices here are a little bit shocking. They're more expensive than I thought they would be. So yeah, take a look. We got fried calamari, $7.50. That's around 12 US dollars. We got some, what do we have here? Lomo del Sardo. It's like a pork, like a Peruvian pork, 900, so that's getting up there. I noticed even like the mahi mahi, that's 1,200. That's like a white fish. 1,200 is probably close to $20 USD, so it's not cheap.
But I wouldn't say the prices are outrageous. I mean, we're sitting on a beach, we're looking at this amazing view, so you're definitely paying for that, but I wouldn't say anything is overly crazy. We live in Cabarete, about 45 minutes away from here, and the prices I'd say are slightly lower. Depends on the restaurants. Obviously, anywhere you go in any place, you can find cheap places, you can find expensive places. I'd say this is middle of the ground to higher end type place, but again, you're paying for the view.
There's this cool little pathway right off the patio where we're sitting. Like, how beautiful is this? Now, one thing I am curious about, and I'll ask this to you guys, if there's anyone out there that have been to both Punta Cana and Puerto Plata, which one do you like more? I know there's pros and cons. Leave us a comment below. We'd be very curious, like, are the resorts better here? Are they better in Punta Cana? There's no question the beaches are better than Punta Cana, but hey, this is pretty nice too, other than the garbage we found. But let us know below in the comments. We'd be super curious. We're gonna have to say a huge thank you to you guys for recommending this place. For everyone told us we have to come here, and I don't know why we always kind of dismissed it. We've driven by here a lot,
Yeah.
but I'm glad we finally took all of your advice and we came to this place. Man, the DR just there's so much to offer, and there's so much to see in this country, and there's surprises all the time.
Yeah, and there's loads of places here in Puerto Plata. Obviously, you can stay right down in the center of the city, like on the Malecon. There's this area. Costamar, I think, is another one. Costamar, I forget what it's called, but a lot of people tell us about that one. I think it's kind of similar to this, with a mix of like resorts and like expat community and people that are here for vacations and that live here longer, so it's kind of like a whole community. Maybe sometime we'll go there as well.
We might as well. Every place seems to surprise us, but I hope you guys are extra excited, because in the next video we're headed over to Luperon, which is another area that has come highly recommended by Dominicans especially, and tourists as well. And we have no idea what it's going to be like. This is one place where I'm like, this could be our favorite place in the country, or we might be just like,
there might be nothing there. I have no idea what to expect. Hopefully it's going to be another fun surprise like this one.
Yeah, I think so far we just keep getting surprised everywhere we go in the country. Now, if you guys are new around here, make sure to hit the subscribe button. That just helps us out. Hit like, share the video, leave us a comment. We love reading all your comments, and we just want to thank you guys that tune in every week. It means the world to us. Thanks, an extra big thanks to our patrons and channel members. But we're going to finish up our Dominican Coronas. I call it that from now on. Little cheersies.
Cheers.
And call it a day here.
All right, guys, that's it.
From Puerto Plata, wishing you delightful travels.
See you soon.